Tonight's little chat is going to be about sowing and reaping. The first item up for discussion is this apple. So if I were to cut this apple open, I'm told, based on my research, that it would yield somewhere between 5 and 8 apple seeds. If I took each one of those seeds and planted them with tending and fertilizing and good agricultural science, each seed could become a tree. Each tree could produce fruit between 10 to 30 years, for about 10 or 30 years. Every year, each tree could produce 500 pounds of apples. One tree, 500 pounds. So, let me check my math here, because I had to write this all down. One apple with 5 to 8 seeds could potentially yield between 25,000 and 120,000 pounds of apples. How cool is that? This is the law of sowing and reaping. You sow an apple seed, you reap apples. The next example, you're going to have to work with me on this, but it makes my point a little bit better. But I didn't have a fresh corn, so you're going to have to deal with a can of corn. You get the idea. So, 1 ear of corn, I have no idea how many kernels are on it, but a lot. So 1 ear of corn has a lot of corn kernels. So you could you have two choices. You can eat that entire ear of corn, and you have nothing left. Or you could preserve, harvest, extract some of those corn kernels for the next season. I don't need to hold up the can of corn anymore. You know it's corn. Sorry about that. Plant those corn kernels, and each kernel could become a stalk, one corn stalk. And depending on the type of corn, it will yield either 1 or potentially 2 ears of corn for that one stalk. So one kernel, let's say it yields 2 ears of corn, depending upon the type of corn. Each of those ears of corn has how many kernels, which could produce how many more corn stalks? It's just compounding and compounding and compounding. And it's really the same way with money, isn't it? So we earn money, or we acquire money through sales of goods and services. We can either spend that money wisely or foolishly, but if we spend it all, then we have nothing to plant, right? So with money, sowing equals investing. It could be investing in the acquisition of knowledge and skills, which is what many of us are doing right now. It could be investing in another company. It could be investing in real estate. But you get a return on that investment. It's not just money that is consumed for going out to eat, which leaves you with nothing left to show for it. Maybe some enjoyment, fellowship, whatever. It's not that it's wrong to spend money. Of course not. We need money to live. But if we sow money and think of money as seed, then we can reap the rewards of that, which is financial security, the opportunity to be profoundly generous with those in need, with charitable causes and organizations that you are stoked to support. I have many. So anyways, this is really short tonight. I'm really tired, but that was my little chat, taking a little bit of farming knowledge of sowing an apple seed or corn kernels, and reaping